This guy had a question. He said, I'm in my mid-20s. I recently started chatting to a really nice girl through Hinge. I found out she was really genuine and smart, which I liked. We talked for about a week before going on our first date. I really enjoyed the date and I had a good time. I think after, however, maybe due to nerves or whatnot, I didn't really want to schedule another date. Interesting. I felt like I didn't have the connection since she was a stranger only a few hours ago. Okay, so understand that, again, as guys, we tend to assess stuff very quickly. And so unfortunately, that also makes us feel as though if our assessment this early on wasn't that it was an automatic connection, that it's no good. You don't need a full-on connection on that first date. The first date is the inquiry. It is the job interview to get to know each other, to see what's what, and to see if like there's a potential spark there or if this person has potential to possibly be something later. And too many guys have fallen for the whole like butterflies and stomach track, like, oh, I got to feel butterflies and be nervous around her. And if I don't feel that, then it's not going to be a thing. And that hinders us because we could potentially be getting rid of great women that would have worked out, but we didn't quite feel all the things the first time. Women on first dates also get nervous. They get shy. They're not being their full selves. And so sometimes it takes a while for them to break out of their shell also. We're not the only ones that have issues, guys. So it's like, you can't just assume based on that first date, oh, it's not going to, I didn't feel a thing, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's bogus. You need time to spend with the person before you really start to feel those things more, you know? Anyway, he says, however, I decided against that. Good for him. And ended up asking if she wanted a second date. She ended up planning this one. Look at that. Women planning dates. Amazing. And it was really nice. I enjoyed my time there as well. And we talked quite a bit during and before the date. So this guy's gone on 2 dates where on the first one he said he enjoyed the date, had a good time, but he didn't feel connection. Weird. And then the second date, had a great time, really nice, enjoyed his time. After the date, the same thing. I felt like I didn't know how to pursue this and was stressing out on how to date her. I ended up feeling bad for her and deciding that I probably wouldn't give her the attention she deserved. So let's look at what this guy's actually doing, right? Because he's gone on 2 dates, which means one girl said yes to him twice. In fact, on the second one, she said yes, and I'll plan the thing, right? So, and this guy's having a legit good time on these dates. There's like a helicopter outside. I think there's a chase happening. I'm in California, people, so there's probably some kind of late night chase happens all the time in California. Love watching them on the news. Anyway, so he's not saying that he didn't think she was interested. Notice what he said. He said, I stressed out on how to date her. So for you guys, by the way, that are always like, you know, dating just happens and we just do what we feel in the moment. This is why you as a guy always need to have a thorough plan on how to date. Because if you do not have a dating blueprint that's going to walk you through, these are the things that you need to be doing at these various stages during the first 3 months of dating somebody, then it is very easy to get lost and not understand what you're doing. And as men, we know that women don't like men that don't know what they're doing with women. And so this guy, he doesn't have a mapped out blueprint. He's just like, we're going on dates, but I don't know what to do next. I try to tell you guys, dating is super simple. We make dating hard. So typically, if you're dating a woman, if the goal is you got to date a woman for 3 months before she wants to be your girlfriend, that means asking her out once a week until she starts asking for more time. And that's pretty much it. You take her out, show her a good time, treat her well, give her some good orgasms. And if you just do that consistently, that is the dating plan. So this guy's thinking, I got to have some kind of concoction of this and that. Like, no, you've gone on 2 dates so far. So plan a hiking date, a comedy show date, an at-home date, a movie night date, a walking date, and then work on learning about her. Because here's the thing, as guys, we really stress on the particulars of dating. And I got whole programs that'll teach about the particulars, but also you can get so far in your head, you forget that there's another person here. And all that person actually wants is for you to show that you really want to get to know her. Like in her lifetime, people don't, for example, in my dating life, there have been fascinating things that women that I've dated done. They've traveled to different countries. They've had all different types of jobs. They've had all types of experiences. And most men have never asked them about that. And so All you got to do as a decent enough guy is show up on time for a date, show her a good time, and ask her questions about her life. And don't do the thing where it's like, tell me about your day. Oh, I went and got coffee. Oh, I got coffee too. No. You keep asking follow-up questions, and she will think that you are ahead of 97% of most guys out there, okay? So the plan shouldn't be, it's not a tactile plan of like, there's tactileness in terms of like, ask her out once a week, take her to these date spots, but whatever, but really focus on what does the conversation look like? What is the feeling that you need to be giving this woman by way of your interaction with her that's going to make her feel like you stand out from other guys? That's really the plan. But he was doing all the things because clearly she was asking him on a date by date number 2. And his thoughts like, but no, this logic I got to do, and I don't know what this is, so I don't know. So now I should probably get rid of her before she gets rid of me because blah, blah. Anyway, so he said all that stuff. He says, I sent her a message saying I didn't feel a connection and spark. Oh, I felt so bad sending that since she was just so nice. And I was hoping she would give me a cold or neutral response. And that would be that. So he was hoping I'm going to go negative on her. She's going to go negative on me. And that's going to be that. But what actually happened? What happened was this. However, she ended up replying with some of the kindest words I have ever heard in my life. Like no one has ever even said the stuff she has said to me. So she was now sucking up to him. Again, if she's chasing you, she can't be replacing you. She's giving you all the compliments. She can't be mean talking to you. No talk. He said, upon reading that, it made me so sad that I ended stuff with someone so genuine and kind. Now I sit here and I'm heavily regretting what I did. It didn't really click until she typed that last message, and I now sort of want to message her, but I also don't want to drag her emotions through the gutter again. Like, am I going crazy or what? 24 hours ago, I was keen to get this over with, and now I'm sitting here fully regretting it. I have to say, I experienced a sadness I have never felt in a long, long time. What do you think I should do? In my current mindset, I would love to go and see her again and see how things go. I think the message really spoke to me deeply. So let's ask the question, why would a guy that seemingly had all these positive signals from a woman that were indicative of her liking him reject this woman? For you new people, I have definitely talked about this on the show before, but it bears repeating, so I'll say it again, right? Is that this is a guy that's mid-20s. Most guys in their mid-20s up to that point haven't had the best dating life. We've been rejected, passed over, told we were too tall, or sorry, we were too short, or told that we didn't have the amount of money, or like our best friend was hotter, all this other stuff, right? So I don't know this guy's personal dating life, right? I left the message to him on the actual Reddit post, but suffice to say, I don't know his personal life, but I know the dating life of most men that I've coached and that I've come across, right? And most men have had a tumultuous at best time dating, a lot of rejection, a lot of getting passed over, right? And so for better or worse, our brains form the habit and become comfortable with rejection. It is what we are used to. We know how to play in that sandbox for better or for worse. And so what can happen is that when a woman comes along that is suddenly showing interest and is actually like responding to us with our texts and saying yes to dates and asking us on dates and taking us out, you're thinking, this is what I've always wanted. But the problem is your brain's not used to that. And you're not habitually used to being treated fairly by women. So when one comes along that does that, for better or for worse, your brain wants to stick with what it knows the most because that is where its comfort zone lies. If you're a guy that's used to getting rejected all the time, and then a woman comes along that's not rejecting you and is praising you and is asking you out, for better or for worse, your brain's going to be like, I don't understand this. Like, this is the part of the process where we usually get rejected, and she's not doing that. And now I don't know what to do. It's kind of like, I've been playing Mario 3D World because I love video games, guys. I love video games to death. And so I got to the very last level. It's like the hardest level in the game that takes a bunch of tries, right? And so I spent like days on end. It's like it's in 5 sections. I didn't know that. So I'm trying to get through the first section where there's like these platforms that are moving and I'm jumping and jumping, fall in the pit, jump, fall in the pit. Finally get past that to get to this pipe that I go into. And then I got to run across the little thing and I fall down. I get back to that place again. And I fall in the thing. Finally, I get to it. I'm able to run across it and then I jump. And then there's another set of things I got to go through on top of these little football guys that run out and are trying to attack me. Got to go through that. So I'm trying to get through all of that, right? Like this is the hardest level I've ever done in Mario. And finally, for like days of doing that, I finally get past the first part. I've got the muscle memory. I know exactly what to do, to jump here, to attack the enemy there, to go over this gap here. And I do that, and I get to the first box, and I'm like, yes, I did it. And then I get to the second section, and I do a quick little run this way, and the platform disappears, and I die, and it starts all over again. So now I got to do and learn the habits of that second section, right? But my muscles are so used to that first section, and now I got to learn a whole new set of skills just to get through the second section. And that is the same way it is for dating. When if your first section has been, I'm terrible with women, and then you just are scrambling to try to get a date, right? And then you finally figure out how to get the date. You do not have a plan for the next part. All you're used to is rejection, 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 and maybe you'll get a date. And now you got a date. So now you're in the habit of being able to get dates, but you don't know what to actually do to keep a woman's interest long-term. And that is what causes anxiety, because that is a scary prospect, you not knowing what to do. And so you got to be mindful, guys, that for all you guys that complain about, I'm not good with women, I totally suck, at the point you start actually getting dates, understand there's going to be more things you don't know how to do. There's going to be more instances of like you get to a third date and you know you should go for the first kiss, but you don't know what that feels like, or like what the rejection is going to be if you don't get the kiss. And then you're going to get the kiss at some point. Okay, great. Now I want to segue into a hookup, but that feels weird because I don't want her to feel like I'm just about sex. And I know women don't like that, but they also like sex. Like, how do I do it? Like, there are so many things, and it's very, very easy to get anxious and nervous when, again, you have not had success. So understand, there's going to be a point in the dating process as you're getting better at dating that you're going to self-sabotage yourself. You're going to do like this. You're either going to do things to make the woman in front of you reject you because you're going to be thinking, well, at least if I do something, I'm controlling what she's doing to reject me, so I'll know that it's coming. Or if it's not happening, you'll be like, you won't even know why you're thinking this, but you're going to be thinking, this just feels too weird. And I don't know, she showed me all the signals, but I don't know what's going on, so I got to get rid of her. And then you're going to do it and be like this guy, like, why did I just do that? Like, why did I just, she liked me, I liked her, I had a good time, she had all the parts, she fit most of the list, like, why did I get rid of her? And it's because you were too afraid of not knowing what to do. And so this is why it behooves you guys to study. People don't think, and people don't want to think, that dating is a learnable skill. Dating is a skill set like anything else, and you don't need to feel bad about learning the ins and outs of what attraction looks like and what things to do during the dating process to build her interest in you in an authentic way. And some guys think that's just playing age manipulation. It's not. It's learning a skill set that's going to make you be better with women. And if you want to learn that kind of skill set, for you guys on TikTok, I got a whole YouTube channel that's got thousands of videos where I talk about this stuff. So I have a bunch of free information that's out there because I was horrible for years. Now, with that said, if you want personalized coaching, in addition to doing these lives, I also have a website, harrywilmington.com. You can go there, sign up for one-on-one coaching, sign up for the Get Girls Academy. Whether you decide to pay for my stuff or not, I do not care. Because again, I give more than enough free stuff out, so I don't mind charging people for the more deep dive personal stuff. But suffice to say, whether it's from me or somebody else, it behooves you to get an education on that stuff, because that way you will not be lost when women actually start responding to you in a positive way. Hey there, thanks for tuning in to Harry Dating Convos. Don't forget to visit harrywilmington.com to download my free ebook, Texting Women Like a Boss. And while you're there, if you're ready to take things to the next level with your dating life, check out the Get Girls Academy membership program for exclusive strategies and live coaching. Go to harrywilmington.com to learn more and join today. Lastly, if you've got a question you'd like answered on one of these shows, leave a comment below or write me at harrywilmington@gmail.com. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.